What's wrong with all of us? Now, if we try to understand that what is wrong, we cannot really, because uh, the very thinking that tells us that something is really wrong always is what actually make everything wrong. What my point is that the mind that we have is always actually busy with its imaginations, conclusions, or ideas, conflicts, and everything. So something is wrong with it all the time. Something is wrong with it. Somehow it demands something else other than what is actually. Somehow it doesn't like what is actually. Somehow it wants to be to be something else other than what it is actually. And the thing is, it doesn't have any end. It's like when something is wrong, which is always all the time, it doesn't have end. It is wrong all the time. It's not that it's wrong like maybe for a day, for a 2 day, or for a 3 days. Unless we forget, somehow we get distracted. But again, we know deeper that there is a state of where we are lost actually. We are lost where? We are lost into something all the time. And again, I say you are not actually lost. Who we are as we are lost is the mind actually. And we are not the mind itself. And you can do nothing about it in the first place because it is how it is. I always say that you have to do nothing about it. Because the very wanting to do something, it will what create it more. Because you say that according to the mind, what I am doing is right. If I'm scared of animals, or if I'm scared of some negative environment or people, then of course I am, and it is how I'm programmed. Do I have to fight it? No, I don't have to. Or do I have to want freedom from it? No, I don't have to. So then what to do? I say do nothing. Watch it. So then there is no point of becoming something else when you are just okay with what is. But then again, the mind is never okay with what is actually. It's not okay. Yeah. So it is never going to be okay with it. And the fact is that you are not it. So it means that you can still be okay. You can still be okay even if it is not okay. Do you understand? So it's like when you don't want anything to be okay, that's when everything is okay. Now it can sound like somehow we are ignoring problems, but that's much better because we create them in the first place. With unconsciousness, we are not aware enough to see that every problem we come across, we don't have to solve them. They are just created. So when we make a distance from what we are, from this mind, from the instrument we have, we find that we are free. We are more lightened, more like a find ourselves in easy with everything. And not because everything is easy and not because things are fine or everything is okay, but because I'm not concerned very much. I'm involved, of course. Without my involvement, I cannot exist. As so-called logic, according to the logic, says that if I'm not concerned with things, if I'm not bothered by the noise of this bus actually, then I'm ruining because I'm recording and then the voice, the sound that is coming from this bus is just actually making my video worse actually because I am unable to speak clearly because I can hear the noise of the bus. But if I just see it, it is what it is. I can still let it go, yes. So the whole point is that we don't have to wait for things to be fine. We don't have to wait for anything to be fine. Now, who is the one wanting not to wait is the one where you are actually. When you no longer want to wait for things to be okay. The best part is that nothing can get okay actually at all. Because it's just the mind programming. It is how it is. And do we have to do something about it? No, we don't have to. That's a fact. Because where you're doing will create it more. Where you're doing will create the problem more. So when you don't do anything, that is exactly when you are free from it. Exactly, yes. And when we just see this, and observe it, we find that we are actually free. There is no problem. There is nothing wrong. And what is wrong all the time is with the mind. And that's not what we are. But then the question comes, then who we are actually? Then again, the same mind asking the question, because it doesn't want to be in silence. It doesn't want to just be free. It wants to be attached to something so that it can feel itself, but in the reality, that is what creating all the problems. So we are not used to what we are actually because of just programming out there in the world of the society. So we are never used to our real self, what we are actually, which means we are that, we are not this. We are not the mind. And how I'm able to say this is with the help of its intelligence of the mind. That it's a tool that I'm supposed to use, but I'm not supposed to become. It's the instrument, thoughts, they come. And I'm not supposed to use it. They just gets used. It's like my work is to do nothing. Everything is being done. This mind that we have right now, it is doing its everything. And how much lucky you are gonna be when you just let it go and do. It's like you are still doing everything, but you don't claim that you are the one doing. And when you don't claim, who are you in this all? You are just a watcher. You just watch everything. Everything is happening. You go to shop, you buy something, you talk to someone, you meet new people, you meet friends, you meet your family members. Yes, you do get negative, you do get depressed, you do get sad, but you are not it. You watch it. That the mind is depressed, but I'm not depressed because I'm not it. There's a higher form of intelligence where you realize that I am not it. But somehow it can even catch you there because it will tell you that who are you to tell that I'm not it, because I'm telling myself this only with the help of its own mind, with the help of the mind itself. So how am I able to say this again? It will catch you every time. The logical mind we have from this society, it will catch us every time. The fact is only that, the truth is only that we have to just be aware of it. Because it is what it is. Which means that you can relax, let the mind worry. You can just rest, let the mind run, let the mind race, let the mind just do everything, whatever it wants to. But you are not affected by it. You are always rested. It means everything is happening still the same. You have a job, you meet people, you eat, you sleep, but there is no you actually to claim anything at all. Everything is happening. And how life will be a beautiful then, how everything will be much better for you, you will not even understand this. It's going to be a miracle. It is a miracle to actually be what you are actually, not whatever you have been told, that the idea we have about ourselves, the image we have about ourselves, and we don't have to do anything. Most people tell you to replace them, change yourself, you should not be scared, but we don't have to even do that. We have to do nothing each time. That's the point. We can just actually surrender. And surrender to what? Surrender to our own self. And that's where the God will appear. The consciousness of it will appear. Where you find that it's all work of not doing anything. Because the everything that we do, we try to do, and that's what making us in a problem. Putting us in a problem, yes? So, the whole point is you do nothing literally. And that is what's wrong almost all the time with us, is that we try to do something all the time. Yes, and it's never going to be fine, because the very trying will cause it more to become more. It will just quantify itself, it will multiply itself, but it will never relax. So when you do nothing, you give up, you surrender to what is, to things are what they are. That's where the miracle will come actually. You will see that everything is all okay. You don't take the credit, but you live in it. You live there and everything happens. And everything will be much more better. That's a promise I can make to you, is that everything will be much more better. Because once you understand that this that you have, the so-called mind, is not you, but there is no way to live without it. Without your thinking, you cannot exist in so-called society, because the knowledge you have, you need it. But that's not what you are. So which means that everything will gonna happen the same, but one thing will take place there where you become the watcher. You watch, but you are not the thought actually. Things happen, but you are not it. And guess what? The miracle is you will be abundant. Everything will come to you. You attract everything, and not because you want, but because you don't want. I know it's something. It's when you don't want what you want, it's when you get it. We always want something, that's a problem. And guess what? Do we get? Actually, we get nothing. We want this, we want that. Even when we get it with emptiness, because all we wanted was ourself actually. We try to find ourselves in things out there. Money, friends, people. But after, when we see that, it's all of us actually. It's all us. What is wrong is us actually. So then things doesn't matter then. You still get things, you still have interest in them, but somehow they're just bonus to you. So the whole point is that you are lucky to be watching this video. That you are listening the words of someone who is speaking that you can be a watcher instead of being a doer. And it doesn't mean that you are ignoring the self or suppressing the self or not doing anything or not wanting to do anything. It doesn't have to do anything with it. It simply means that you just see that what you are actually. Because we think that we have to somehow survive very hard and get things and this and that, but we don't have to. We can simply choose to be a watcher and be free from all of it around it. And still things will happen, still everything will happen, and I can guess you that when you are not God is, life is better when you are not there for it. When you are just rested, when you are just actually rested simply where? Rested simply means you watch everything. You watch what? You just watch. You smile more, you live more, you don't worry much. But again, there's a clue actually, that is the mind will worry. So what I'm telling you is there is no freedom from the mind, because there is no such thing as the mind, and the mind will still do its own things. So you don't seek anything from it, because the very seeking, the very wanting to change everything will actually cause the more problem. It's causing more problems actually. So when you rest, when you take care of yourself and you just do what you want to do, you just actually relax, that's when the miracle will happen. Because when you just observe things and you just actually feel that I'm just a watcher, so I'm unaffected by everything every time. I don't have to protect myself, my ego at all the time. I'm safe. So feeling that you are safe, feeling that everything is fine, and that feeling will attract things to be fine, because you are feeling fine. And that's how the universe is working all the time. And we think that no, we have to do something for things to be fine, but the truth is that is what causing the problem. And that is what's wrong with all of us, that we try things to be fine, but things cannot be fine. And when you claim for things that I'm going to make things fine, guess what? Nothing gets fine ever. Even if they get something that's again waiting for you. So where are you going to start living? When are you going to stop worrying too much? That day will never come until now. The time is now. So you have to land yourself right now in the moment of now and see that it's all you. You are creating everything. So simply mean that you can just start living. And it doesn't have to do anything. It simply means you let go. Means you are what you are and that's it. There is no definition of how to start living. You simply live. You see what is, that's all. There's nothing to fix, nothing to worry about. And you still do everything. You see that? The part is, whatever you are, that cannot be changed. And you don't have to touch that. But somehow, you will realize even this, that I can even let go this all. So there's a point where you don't have to reach anywhere. When there is no point to get actually. When there is no point to get actually. Then the miracle is there in life. Things are okay. Not because you want, because everything was okay already. It's because you wanted for things to be okay and they never got okay. Yes? They were all they are what they are is because I want this to be that. And that is what causing all the problem. Yes? So again I say one point you have to pay attention here is I am what I am. Mind is what it is, so we don't have to fix it. I'm feared, I'm scared, I'm anxious, but see that I am not it. It's the mind is. And when I see this separation of me that I'm not it, again you will see that I am it. But then there is a gap will happen there which cannot be put in words. And that's a secret, that the secret is secret. Mystery is a mystery you cannot put in words. How can you tell someone the mystery when it's mystery? So it's a mystery of every individual, of every human being. They can find that, but it cannot be put in words. I can tell you this. That's why the more you try to understand with your own thinking my words, the more you may find yourself in confusion or contradiction because I'm not making sense much more here. I'm just spreading the words and you may try to see yourself there already where you are. But somehow, if you think about it, it will create more problems because you see that thinking has nothing to do with it. It's actually the freedom from the thinking and then the freedom from the even freedom itself. And that's where the miracle is. So that's all. That's all. So when we come back to the question, what's wrong with all of us? The wrong thing is, it's us. We are wrong actually. So when we are fine, everything is fine. And things are already waiting for you to be fine. So when you take break from this messy mind, from this messed up things, you surrender. You don't surrender to it. You just surrender to what is. And when you see, you become free instantly there in that moment really. And that's it. That's it.